It is best to always consult with a pediatrician before using repellents on children. Also, wear light-colored clothing with long sleeves and always check yourself for ticks. Additionally, install or repair window and door springs. Empty any standing water in the yard. Keep gutters clean and drainage ditches free from leaves or other yard debris. This will also help reduce standing water. These basic techniques can help you safely enjoy the outdoors and create memories that will last a lifetime.
My name is Tom Thornton.
And my name is Cindy Thornton. We're retired, and this is how we live united.
We decided to volunteer with United Way at our community free health clinic.
United Way is how we contribute, because we know our time and money are going to the right places.
Judging by the thank yous we get at the clinic, I'd say we're doing the right thing with our retirement too. We're Tom and Cindy Thornton. We volunteer at our community free health clinic. We don't just wear the shirt.
We live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remains strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show. Weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
It's Red Eye Radio. He's Eric Carly and I'm Gary McNamara. Well, our credit rating was downgraded. Darn it. Here in the United States, which means things are going to get more expensive. The interest on the debt is going to rise more. The possibility of more government cutbacks is coming. One of the things that I thought was interesting, and this is the credit rating company, Fitch downgraded the credit rating of the United States. Number one, when you talk about the how much more we're going to have to pay, because now the United States is more of a credit risk, which means there's going to be more demand that we're not going to buy treasury bills unless you raise the interest rate, which is probably in the next couple of years going to put that alone over $1 trillion.
And we talked about that, touched on it last week about, the other interest rate hike that comes along that's not part of what the Fed is doing.
Yep.
And we hit on that, and here we are.
Top of the Hour News is brought to you by House Products. Visit houseproducts.com.
This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One.
If you like listening to Red Eye On Demand, we have more of Eric Harley and guests for you. Download RER's Extra Mile podcast. More topics and issues discussed.
Every diesel needs to defend against clogged injectors, low lubricity, and slipping fuel economy. The best defense is the best defender. House Diesel Defender with advanced IDX4 detergent. Get a deeper clean, maximum lubricity, and boost fuel economy. Guaranteed. House Diesel Defender. Get optimal performance. House for every diesel.
From the father of CB radios comes one bad mother. Eric Harley here. You've heard me talk about Uniden CBs for years now. Uniden has been the cornerstone of the trucking industry since the beginning. And even in the age of cell phones, Uniden CBs still remain the trucker's favorite. It is social media at its best. When you need the lowdown on the road ahead, you need a Uniden CB. It is one bad mother. Go to uniden.com today or stop by your nearest Pilot Line J.
Tom Bodette here, thinking about all the goofy stuff you only seem to find at truck stops. Somebody must be buying all those alligator eyeballs that are really just marbles, but I bet they're just delirious from driving all night. Well, if you start to think a bobblehead cow seems like a good investment, wheel on into Motel 6. There's over 1,400 locations and many have truck parking, so you can sleep on it before you buy that commemorative mud flap. I'm Tom Bodette from Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you.
Red Eye Radio and our sponsors are devoted to trucking safety. That's why we are proud to bring you the Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club. We've been saluting drivers who have surpassed the 1,000,000-mile mark with preventable accident-free driving. By reaching this milestone, you can be a part of an elite club of drivers who share remarkable safety records and demonstrate superior driving skills. If you or someone you know is a truck driver with 1,000,000 miles or more of driving under your belt without a preventable accident, register online at redeyeradioshow.com. That's redeyeradioshow.com. The Red Eye Radio 1,000,000-Mile Club would not be possible without the generous support of the fine folks from Petrol Stopping Centers, House Lubricator, Motel 6, the St. Christopher Fund, and Cat Scale. We applaud the individual truckers and fleets who drive with care and keep our highways safe. The Red Eye Radio 1,000,000-Mile Club, devoted to trucking safety. Register online at redeyeradioshow.com.
You know, truck drivers play a critical role in our economy, hauling almost everything we buy. These men and women are the unsung heroes and the backbone of America. When our heroes need support, they turn to the St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund. The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is a 501c3 truck driver charity that steps in to cover necessity household items when an injury or illness takes a driver off the road. Learn more and donate today at truckersfund.org. That's truckersfund.org.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 HD3 FM of Montgomery, a Cumulus media station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Security is tight in Washington as former President Trump gets set to fly in for a historic hearing on new federal charges, accusing him of tampering with election results. CBS's Nicole D'Antonio has our top story.
Metal gates were set up outside the U.S. District Court in Washington, D.C., where former President Trump will make his first court appearance in a second federal case brought by special counsel Jack Smith. He's expected to enter a not guilty plea to 4 felony counts related to his alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election results. Trump has repeatedly slammed the indictment as election interference, and last night he suggested on social media the trial should be moved from here in Washington to the state of West Virginia.
Mr. Trump's former number 2 is speaking out about the charges. Former Vice President Mike Pence, who's also running for the Republican presidential nomination, told reporters at the Indiana State Fair.
Sadly, the president was surrounded by a group of crackpot lawyers that kept telling him what his itching ears wanted to hear.
A judge in Pittsburgh is expected to formally sentence the Tree of Life gunman to death, a day after a jury made the recommendation for Robert Bowers. He killed 11 worshipers. Rabbi Jeffrey Myers.
We have the right to practice our Judaism, and no one will ever take that right away from us.
Police in Oregon say they're looking for more possible victims after a man allegedly kidnapped a woman in Portland, drove her 450 miles to his home in Klamath Falls, locked her in a cinder block cell, and sexually assaulted her. FBI Special Agent Stephanie Stark says she managed to crawl out.
The victim's focus, actions, and her will to survive triggered a law enforcement response that may have actually saved many other women from a similar nightmare.
Officials in New York City say they can no longer handle the influx of migrants. Deputy Mayor Ann Williams Isom.
Every week I come here and I talk about systems at its breaking point. I think we're gonna, things are not looking good. We need some support. And now New Yorkers are seeing what that means and what that looks like. It's heartbreaking.
She did not comment on Mayor Eric Adams' suggestion for housing migrants in tents in Central Park. Hard as it tries, Anheuser-Busch can't seem to get its beer business back on track. Not the commercials, free giveaways, or promotions have helped offset a plunge in Bud Light sales after its trans influencer debacle. The brewer reports sales were down another 10.5% in the second quarter, profits off more than 28%. Consumer boycott began in April. S&P futures are down 11. This is CBS News.
Hire with minimal effort and max speed with Indeed. Their hiring solution platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates efficiently. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Guys, stop putting your love life on hold. U.S. Pharmacy has some exciting news. If you've been wanting to try Viagra or Cialis, now is the perfect time. Call today and receive 50 little blue or little yellow pills for only $120 with free shipping. Why order some low-dose sildenafil from one of those subscription services when we can give you what you want now? Call 800-711-6818 and we'll rush your order, discreetly packaged to your door. Been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? Call U.S. Pharmacy at 800-711-6818 for as little as only $120 for 50 pills. Need your package in a hurry? Call 800-711-6818 and ask about our express shipping option, and we'll rush your order to you as soon as possible. Save money on the little blue or yellow pill you've been wanting to try. Again, 800-711-6818 now. That's 800-711-6818.
Love pizza? CBS's Stacey Lynn has the job for you.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
Slice, a delivery app for independent pizzerias, is looking to hire a pizza influencer. The job listing says you'll be the face of the company on social media and will create TikTok videos, Instagram Reels, and other content that celebrates pizza, pizzeria owners, and pizza eaters alike. The gig also comes with some big perks, including a weekly pizza stipend. And the top cheese gets a lot of dough. The salary is between $85,000 and $110,000 a year.
A tech titan says he's been gobbling up lots of fast food to keep weight on. And as Mark Zuckerberg says, he downs a whopping 4,000 calories a day now to offset exercise ahead of a possible cage fight with Elon Musk. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
I bet you heard the song, "The Future's So Bright, I've Gotta Wear Shades." Well, it's just Blinds in Prattville. The present's so bright, your house has got to wear shades. And we have the shades here at Just Blinds. We've got roller shades, banded shades, honeycomb shades, woven shades, fabric rounded shades, and solar shades. We offer all of our shade options in traditional form or with full motorization and smart home capability. Visit our Just Blinds showroom in Prattville or online at gojustblinds.com. We'll keep your house in the shade.
Research shows that successful ad campaigns share 8 characteristics. Radio is the only local media option that delivers all answers. Radio reaches your potential customers close to the point of purchase. It provides customer interactions with promotional information that build trust and credibility for your business. Radio is skippable and quick. You get your message out in 24 to 48 hours. And radio is very affordable. That's why radio consistently gives you the highest return on investment. And it's also why it should always be your base media buy. Research also confirms that marketing campaigns...
It feels like I'm in a big nightmare.
The 23-year-old was supposed to fly to Texas to face disciplinary action after spending 47 days in a South Korean jail for an altercation with locals. But instead of boarding his flight, King left the airport and joined a civilian tour of the demilitarized zone, the heavily fortified area separating North and South Korea.
Travis, he's the type of kid, he would have wanted to come home. You know, he knew just going across that border is basically just committing suicide. And I can't see him doing that.
King reportedly pictured here, dressed in black, just moments before dashing across the border, where he was reportedly taken away in a van.
We don't know if he's eating. We don't know if he's being tortured. We don't know if he's being interrogated. We don't know anything. We don't even know if he's really there. Because the only thing that we have is a picture of a black man standing from the backside and them saying Travis King right across the border.
Just this week, the Pentagon said North Korea has sent a message confirming King's crossing and saying the incident is under investigation. And coming up later on Good Morning America, more of that interview with King's family, and Secretary of State Antony Blinken weighs in live.
The State Department has confirmed the death of another American in Ukraine, this time in a drone attack, but no name has been released. Drone attacks have been escalating on both sides of the conflict. Russia has been targeting Ukraine's grain industry, causing a spike in grain prices worldwide.
In today's Tech Bites, China could soon impose new limits on screen time for children.
Students all across Central Alabama heading back to school, some this week, a lot of people next week.
Coming up, we'll get you a live report on where you can stock up on back-to-school supplies. It's all part of a giveaway.
And it is going to be a very hot day today. A heat advisory in effect for the county shaded in orange here. That would be generally the western half of the area. High temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. Heat indices 104 to 110.
It's summertime. It's going to be hot.
CE, Dinovite. It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out. Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio. Happier, healthier with every bite.
It's hot every summer. Yes, it is. It's hot. That's why they call it summer time. Summertime when the feeling is easy. The fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Summertime.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Yes, sir, Bob.
Your WSFA.
Summertime when the feeling
STEM is powered by active ingredients found in plants to fight off bugs safely and effectively when used as directed. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
Today will again be a mostly dry day. We'll keep a 30% chance of showers and storms in the forecast for late this afternoon and this evening.
Where'd my water go? I was in the room in my office. That's right.
Showers and storms are possible through the overnight tonight. Temperatures in the 70s. Showers and storms again possible Friday and through the weekend. That's your first look forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Casey for News Radio.
Montgomery's Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, we are looking good. Your Thursday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving into the Tri-County area of Plant to Albany Greenville. No problems on 231 southbound of Wisconsin, north out of Troy. Keep listening, we'll keep you posted. Summer is here, and Festival Plaza has it all. Stop by Bougie Nails and Spa, sheer experience, and more. Festival Plaza, Taylor and Wall, Colliers, Managed Development. Buckle up, it's the law. Montgomery's Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jet Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Thursday. A young person is fighting for his life after a shooting last night in Montgomery. Police say it happened on the Boulevard being Highway 331. Police say the juvenile had a life-threatening gunshot wound. Several people taken into custody. Alabama Congresswoman Terry Sewell is once again voicing frustration over the decision to keep Space Command headquarters in Colorado after it was announced it was coming to Huntsville. A lone Democrat in Alabama's congressional delegation says Huntsville was the right place for the agency, as an Air Force study indicated. He joins the Republican colleagues accusing the White House of reversing the decision based on politics. Some kids are ending this week by kicking off the school year. Today is the first day of classes at Opelika City Schools. On Friday, Gale County.
Summertime and the feeling is easy. The fish are jumping.
Nothing lasts forever. Well, whoever said that obviously never bought a timeshare. Not only do your maintenance fees and assessment fees go on forever, they go up forever. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Over 10 years ago, I was a timeshare salesman. But once I saw the dark side of the business, I quit. I started helping folks get out of the timeshare. Since then, we've helped over 30,000 families by getting them out of bad timeshares. If your timeshare agreement goes on forever, if you were told timeshares are a great investment, or your maintenance fees will never go up, you have questions, we have the answer. Give us a call. I guarantee you, we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Call Wesley now for your free information kit. 800-253-5151.
Summertime.
That's 800-253-5151. 800-253-5151. Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost, or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check. Fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fee. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
Russell Wilson here. The Play 60 United Way in the NFL, helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids.
To get involved, go to unitedway.org/play60. Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
And what do we say? What do we do?
Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again, if you can. Because it is one more day, one more, that you're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. So the first thing you should say this morning is thank God for another day. It certainly did not have to be. Good morning to you. It's time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that'll change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. It is August the 3rd. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Authentic and Vulnerable. Our scriptural insight today comes from James 5:13 through 20. We'll start it off with James 5:16, which says, confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, it is August the 3rd, 2023. It is a day like all the other days of the past and the present. It is a once-in-a-lifetime deal. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you did not do this day that you should have. You don't get a chance to come back and do the things, well, undo the things that you did. So whatever it is that you do with this day, August the 3rd, 2023, whatever it is that you do with this day, hopefully, if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. Like I tell you every morning, if you've been around a while, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with them? Well, whatever you do what you can while you can, for as long as you can. And every once in a while, lend a helping hand to someone along the way. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say that is the standard by which you live life. You'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never, ever quit. You never give up because quitters don't win. And winners may lose a thing or two, but they'll never be a failure because they don't quit. My mother used to say, nothing beats a failure but a try. Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. Authentic and vulnerable. That's our daily bread for this day, August the 3rd, 2023.
Hi there, and welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading, titled Authentic and Vulnerable, was written by Po Fung Chia. Hey Po Fung, a church friend texted. For this month's care group meeting, let's get everyone to do what James chapter 5, verse 16 says. Let's create a safe environment of trust and confidentiality so we can share an area of struggle in our life and pray for each other. For a moment, I wasn't sure how to reply. While our small group members have known each other for years, we'd never really openly shared all our hurts and struggles with one another. After all, it's scary to be vulnerable. But the truth is, we're all sinners, and we all struggle. We all need Jesus. Authentic conversations about God's amazing grace and our dependency on Christ have a way of encouraging us to keep trusting in Him. With Jesus, we can stop pretending to have trouble-free lives. So I replied, yes, let's do that. Initially, it was awkward. But as one person opened up and shared, another soon followed. Though a few kept silent, there was understanding. No one was pressured, and we ended the time by doing what the second part of James chapter 5, verse 16 says, pray for each other. That day, I experienced the beauty of fellowship with believers in Jesus. Because of our common faith in Christ, we can be vulnerable with each other and depend on Him and others to help us in our weaknesses and struggles. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from James chapter 5, verses 13 through 20. Is anyone among you in trouble? Let them pray. Is anyone happy? Let them sing songs of praise. Is anyone among you sick? Let them call the elders of the church to pray over them and anoint them with oil in the name of the Lord. And the prayer offered in faith will make the sick person well. The Lord will raise them up. If they have sinned, they will be forgiven. Therefore, confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. Elijah was a human being, even as we are. He prayed earnestly that it would not rain, and it did not rain on the land for 3.5 years. Again he prayed, and the heavens gave rain, and the earth produced its crops. My brothers and sisters, if one of you should wander from the truth and someone should bring that person back, remember this: whoever turns a sinner from the error of their way will save them from death and cover a multitude of sins. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for placing us in your family so we might find support as we grow to become more and more like Christ. Help us develop open and supportive relationships that are built on trust and love. And may the way we relate to one another be a reflection of our relationship with you. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. My name is Tony Collier, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
I like coffee. I can't stand it, but it's good. Well, that means it's time to rise and shine. It's Thursday morning, and it's time to get out of bed if you can. All right? So Time to roll, time to roll. Do not lay back down. We're gonna jump from a big iron bird. Of course, I never did count to four. Hey, too scared. Do I main on open wide? I got a reserve by my side. Come on now. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Hey, la, 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 hey, hey. Come on now. Hey, la, 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 hey, hey. La, la, ho. GI grits and GI gravy. Come on now. We're so glad we didn't join the Navy. Hey, la, ho. And the GI corn. Come on now. We're so proud that we're airborne. Hey, la, hey. Here we go. All the way. Come on now. Time to rise and shine. All the way. Thank you. Hey. Sergeant Smith, there's no PT today. Hey, can we, okay. Hey, we no PT today, okay? It's Thursday. We do PT the last day of the week. I'm just trying to tell you, okay? Sorry about that. You didn't get the memo? Sorry about that. Give me 10. All right, we are the reserve crew. We don't do PT with 3 days a week here, okay? I'm just saying. But the one thing we do each and every morning is honor the brave, the proud, and the few people who decided to, go in harm's way to protect our freedom and our way of life. Now, that way of life thing is changing day by day. And if we don't hurry up and get the Democrats out of office, we won't recognize America again. Then we'd be on the other side fighting to get back in. Anyway, so let us pay homage to the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard. Oh, yeah. I need to be on a national show. I just need to be national. Who knows? That's on my bucket list. To be heard at least one time nationally. Although I am international now, but on the terrestrial plane, you know what I'm saying? Let me say good morning to the Montgomery Sanitation Department. Guys, I know you're catching hell right now, but we know it's not all your fault. Maybe some of your fault, but not all your fault. Also, good morning to the maintenance people down at the City Hall, city parking lot there. Good morning to the Sheriff Department, Chief Cunningham. Good morning to the Dale Abbott from the Montgomery Police Department. And last but not least, let's say good morning to his honor, the mayor, Honorable Mayor Stephen Reed. Hey, don't nobody ever say I'm sucking up. But if I do suck up, it's going to be that somebody can do something for me. I'm just saying, no sense sucking up for free. Anyway, good morning to you. And good morning to I always forget the county commissioner. Okay. I don't suck up to the county commissioner. I may be a little easy on him sometimes, but that's it. He's got to pay the cost too. Anybody else that I miss? Okay, then. And if you're listening to this, you got the wake up call. You should be very, very, very thankful for that. So don't start complaining first thing. Be thankful to the good Lord that He sent the call to you. Come on now. And if anybody can like put me a C-141, if anybody sees one out there, I'll come off the air and come out there and hug that airplane. So if you see a C-141 land at Maxwell, somebody let me know. I've had the opportunity to meet most of the commanding generals out at Gunner and Maxwell, but not lately. It's my name on the do not disturb list. Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, and of course, the United States Marines. I really did want that white hat, though, I got to tell you. Yeah, I really did want that white hat. I was enamored by that hat. And them white gloves. Lord have mercy, them gloves. I mean, put the white hat on, got the white gloves on. You are the man. And I love that stripe down the pants, that little red stripe thing right there. I mean, we got some. I think ours got a yellow stripe on them, but I don't know. That yellow stripe reminds me of Branded. Back in the day, that television commercial, Branded. Yeah, where they put a yellow stripe down the back of your back. Said you denotes that you were a coward. Come on, man. Nothing wrong with trying to stay alive. Not a thing. That don't make you a coward. That makes you got some sense. Of course, there are some people that are brave and others that are not. Now, I personally don't know which category I fall in. There are times in my life where I've been a little brave, not a whole lot of brave. I've been a little brave. But what is bravery? What is courage? What is courage in you? I don't know. But what is courage? Courage is being scared and at the same time doing what you have to do. In that case, then I had some courage. I've had some courage a few times in my life. Okay, I had the courage to vote for Trump, and you know what? If things keep going the way they're going, and if it's him and Biden, he got my vote again. Okay, yes, he did. He got my vote again. Yeah, okay, yeah. Although I like me some Mike Pence too, because Mike Pence used to be the governor of my home state, Indiana. So so if it's either Trump or Pence. Okay, I can't think of anybody else right now on the different. Although I like DeSantis too, but DeSantis seems to be losing some steam. But Trump would be my first vote, and then everybody else like that is just a conciliatory vote. Okay, I'm just saying. I know y'all don't understand. See, a true American would understand our frustration with this country at the moment. A true American, not somebody just living here who just woke up one morning, next thing you know they was born in America and they didn't really care how they got here. No. We're talking any American that has been to a foreign country, that has been outside the boundary of the United States of America, to see the poverty and the poorness and the dilapidation and people actually living in boxes. Now, I ain't talking about with a roof over and nothing like that. I'm talking about a box. Because they had no place else to go. Because their government, their infrastructure, whatever the hell they don't have in some of those countries, they just have it. And Lord have mercy, don't even think about going to Haiti. I mean, now they're stealing people in Haiti right now because to try to make money. I mean, I just don't know what's going on over there. Okay. But anyway, so much for that. So now I should take a break. And I should come back with the lessons of life and the word of the day. Okay, just bear that in mind. Okay, bear that in mind. You are free this morning. You live in a place where the Russians are not throwing bombs at your house this morning like they're doing in Ukraine because of people like the young folks that are in the military today. Okay, so y'all just say thanks to them, Okay, and don't forget Veterans Day coming up pretty soon. Thank the vet for something. Not the one sitting on side road talking about give me $1. I ain't talking about that guy. Okay, he may be a vet, but he ain't a very good one. He ought to figure out how to get some money by now. Anyway, let us take a break, and we shall return uno moment. Okay, I'll take that back. Thank him anyway, but tell him to get a job.
FA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by AC by LaQuire. AC by LaQuire is celebrating 40 years of comfort. They've proudly serviced the river region since 1983. Contact them for your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Visit acbylaquire.com on for a list of services and offers today. That's AC.
Over here, over there, we will miss the gusty trail.
We'll keep a 30% chance of showers and storms in the forecast for this afternoon and this evening, but many of us will go throughout the day today without seeing any rain or storms. It will be hot, temperatures in the upper 90s under a partly cloudy sky. Few showers and storms are possible through the overnight tonight, temperatures in the mid-70s. Showers and storms again possible Friday and throughout the weekend, but it will not rain the whole time. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. The good news continues. Still no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area. Light traffic on 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. You keep listening and we'll keep you posted. Registration for fall classes going on now at Trenton State, and this is the time to get your financial aid in order. Change your life. Call Trenton State, today's college for tomorrow's world. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
The most significant injury in esports history still continues to plague T1 Esports. On July 2nd, Faker, known to be the greatest esports player of all time, suffered an arm injury. Instead of returning this week, his injury leave has been prolonged. Faker will now miss the rest of 2023 League of Legends season. T1 will likely fail to qualify for playoffs, proving how important Faker is to his franchise.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
For over a decade, SimpliSafe has revolutionized home security, and our latest advancement is here: 24/7 lifeguard protection, only from SimpliSafe. Now, monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our new indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplisafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Why do you change your car's air filter? Because when it's clogged, it doesn't work. The same is true of your nose, the body's air filter. It's great at trapping allergens, dust, and viruses, but unless you clean it regularly, they can stay trapped, making you miserable. I'm Martin Hoke, inventor of Navage, the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Navage pulls saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping to flush out allergens, mucus, and germs. Here's a testimonial from a verified purchase.
Poor Trump. Nobody likes me but me.
I've been suffering for 30 years with chronic sinus infections and allergies.
Sometimes, though, y'all just shut up.
The suction is amazing. It cleared my sinus cavities better than anything I've tried before. Unquote. Navage has over.
But the crap they coming down with now, they're gonna start something in this country.
Breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Wash your body's air filter with.
And I don't know if they really want to deal with this with the repercussions.
NAVAGE, clean nose, healthy life.
Summer's here. Temperatures are soaring.
Summertime!
And unfortunately, so is the risk of developing skin cancer. The constant ultraviolet rays can damage your skin if it's not protected properly. So when you're out in the sun this summer, make sure to wear protective clothing and
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
Did you know that June is Men's Health Month?
Ladies, now is the time to encourage the men and boys in your life to make that doctor's appointment he's been putting off, or talk to the doctor about the symptoms he's been having. We're outliving men by 5 years. Let's change that by raising awareness this month on preventable health problems, early detection of the diseases that impact
Men, it's time to talk to the younger generation and take a healthy lifestyle. Exercise more, drink more water, and cut down on junk food. Let's set an example for our kids that will not only affect their lives, but the lives of their children. June is the perfect time to schedule your annual checkup and make those healthy lifestyle changes.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, website www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440.
Summertime. It's always hot in the summertime. Oh yeah, summertime, summertime, summertime. I mean, why is everybody whining about how hot it is? Really? I mean, it gets hot every year. Every year it gets hot. That may be now, the only person that don't know that is probably a 5-year-old and less. Other than that, everybody else knows it gets hot every year. We got all these news reports. You know, Russia breaking news is hot. Okay, it's been hot all the time. I'm just saying. We got news bulletins all over America. It's hot. It's hot. Okay. If you haven't lived in them gated communities with all that big central heat and air conditioning your whole life, you don't know it was hot. But your mom and daddy they kept you sheltered from the real world, so you didn't realize that every summer it got hot. It gets hot every summer. Okay. Anybody want to say I'm wrong? Of course not. Because we all know it gets hot every summer. Every summer it gets hot. Now hopefully it should start cooling down here real soon because we are into August now. You know, I guess something happens to the earth and stuff like that. And so the Lord know what He was doing. Okay. Well, sometimes it gets cold, sometimes it gets hot, sometimes it rains, sometimes it needs to rain, it don't rain. That's just the way the world goes sometimes. Not like us. We all messed up sometimes. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine for you. Now, if anybody disagree with anything I said, feel free to call me. I don't care, not right now. Feel free to call me and tell me where I'm wrong. I'm rarely wrong. I'm wrong sometimes, but rarely. It happens. I mean, hey, listen, nobody's perfect. All right. The word of the day and the lessons of life today. Now, the word of the day, my son told me this one time. And personally, I said, oh, thank you. I didn't know what it meant in their language. But the word of the day is called simp. SIMP. Now, at the moment, he called me that. So the next time I see him, yeah, somebody going to get smacked. Okay? But he called me this. Simp. SIMP. What is a simp? Well, simp is a slang insult for men who are seen to be too attentive and submissive to women, especially out of a failed hope of winning some, shall we say, uh, award from the female, okay, or attention from that same woman, okay. So simp. So the next time somebody calls you a simp, whatever you do, okay, don't say thank you, okay. I didn't know what it was, but somebody called me that. Okay. Now the next time I see him, so I looked this up the other day. Next time I see him, we're gonna have to have a man-to-man talk. It may be a man-to-man slap. But then he's a big boy now, so he may slap me back and just leave that alone. But I don't think he would. But I'm not sure. I believe that he's calling her, put the lips on the waist and all that stuff too. But simp, SIMP, slang word, is an insult to men. Basically, they're saying we're a bunch of wusses who would do anything to get the attention of a woman. Okay, so I'm just saying you might not, you might not. Yeah, listen, you have my permission. If somebody calls you a simp, you have my permission to smack them one time. Okay, that's it though. No shooting, no cut, no nothing like that. Smacking them one time. Okay, not too hard, but just let them know that you know that you have been insulted. Okay. Anyway, move right along. Lessons of life today. You know, you can tell a lot about how they act when they got a certain position. Okay, you remember me back in the day before I was a number one talk show host in Montgomery? I was, I was nice and I was humble, But now look at me. Look at the brother now. I won't even talk to some of y'all. Okay, I want to talk to you, let you talk to my producer. Okay, I don't have a producer, so you got to leave a voicemail. Yeah, I rarely answer the phone directly anymore. Because I know that you can text me all day long, that's fine. because I don't have to talk to you. But now that now that I'm the man of the airways in Montgomery, there's certain privileges that I have resigned to myself. Okay. Now, the reason I bring that up, because the lesson of life today is very important to me and people, all of us. Okay, here we go. Again, I've learned this over the years, thinking I was somebody. But I got fired at one time and we repossessed my truck. The truck was going down the street, and I'm running behind the truck that's on the back of another truck. So you see, humility is a good attribute to have. Two things in this life define us. There may be more than two, but these are probably the most important. Our patience when we have nothing, and our attitude when we have everything we think we want. Let me say that one more time. There are two things in our lives that define us better than anything. Our patience when we have nothing, and our attitude when we have everything we think we have. Now, think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. Humility is a great attribute to have. And my checking account keeps me humble. So I don't have a whole lot of money to make anything like that. So, and somebody said, I went to a business looking, trying to get some advertising, I had to give them my card. They never heard of me. Now that lets you, that gives you some humility too. So you think you're the man, huh? So somebody told me, as long as you have to show people your business card, you have not made it. And there's some truth to that. So I carry a pocket full of them. I carry a pocket full of business cards. That's in case I run into somebody that I want to get to know. All right? So we have two things in life that define us: our patience when we have nothing, and our attitude when we think we have everything we think we want. That is the lesson of life today. So be careful growing up. With the same old faces we meet growing up, the same old faces we meet. Today is Thursday, August the 3rd, the 215th day of the year. There are 150 days left in the year. It was on this day in 2019 that gunmen opened fire at a Walmart in El Paso, Texas, down there near Fort Bliss, where I used to hang out sometimes, leaving 22 people dead. Prosecutors said Patrick I think his name was targeted Mexicans in hopes of steering Latinos into leaving the U.S. And he had outlined the plot in a screen published online shortly before the attack. A man who was wounded in the shooting died on April 2020 after months in the hospital, raising the death toll to 23. He had pleaded not guilty to state murder charges. He also faces federal hate crimes and gun charges, so he's been there for a long time. 1492, it said Columbus sailed the ocean blue. He set sail for Hollow, Spain on a voyage that took him to the present day America. How do we know he acted? You got a video? How do we know he actually even got there? He probably just got the credit for something he didn't do. 1916, Irish-born British diplomat Roger Casement, a strong advocate of independence for Ireland, was hanged for treason. Sometimes you got to pay for it to live. 1936, Jesse Owens of the United States won the first of his 4 gold medals at the Berlin Olympics, and it took in the 100-meter sprint. The year was 1949. The National Basketball Association was formed as a merger of the Basketball Association of America and National Basketball League. 1966 was the year comedian Lenny Bruce, whose raunchy brand of satire and dark humor landed him in trouble with the law. He was found dead in his Los Angeles home. He was 40. 1972, the U.S. Senate ratified the anti-ballistic missile of the ABM Treaty between the United States and the Soviet Union. The U.S. unilaterally withdrew from the treaty in 2002. That's a smell right here. 1981, the U.S. traffic controllers went on strike. despite a warning from President Ronald Reagan, they would be fired, which they were, which I think they should be. Okay? Yeah, I think that, you work in government, you got people's lives at stake, and you just go on strike. Come on. I'm sorry. No, Ronnie was my name. That's right. 1993, a Senate voted 96 to 3 to confirm Supreme Court nominee Ruth Bader Ginsburg. 1994, Arkansas carried out the nation's first triple execution. They like so nice to do it right. Okay, Stephen D. Brown was sworn as the Supreme Court's newest justice in a private ceremony, and Chief Justice William H. Rehnquist will not send home. Must be nice to have someone home, a winter home, a home for the weekend. It must be nice to have all them home. I wouldn't know. 2005, 14 Marines from a reserve unit in Ohio were killed in a roadside bombing attack in Iraq. 2014, Israel withdrew most of its ground troops from the Gaza Strip in an apparent winding down of nearly month-long operation against Hamas that had left more than 1,800 Palestinians and more than 60 Israelis dead. The year was 2018. Los Angeles police said they were closing an investigation until the October 1st, 2017 shooting that left 58 people dead at the Country Music Festival without a definite answer for why Stephen Paddock unleashed gunfire from a hotel suite into the crowd. And it was 11 years ago that the U.S. General Assembly, the UN, General Assembly, overwhelmingly denounced Syria's crackdown on dissent in a symbolic effort meant to push the deadlocked Security Council and world-large imprisonment in action on stopping the country's civil war. Michael Phelps rallied to win the 100-meter butterfly for the third gold in the London Games at number 17 of his career. Mr. Franklin set a record of 200 backstrokes for the 17-year-old third gold in the London Olympics. 6 years ago, or somewhere thereabout, senators introduced two bipartisan bills aimed at protecting Special Counsel Robert Mueller from being fired by President Donald Trump. Looked like he should have fired everybody in the Senate if he could, but that didn't. All right, 2 years ago, New York State Attorney General said the investigation into Governor Andrew Cuomo found he had sexually harassed, but you don't have to prove it now. Somebody just got to say it. Multiple current and former state government employees. I don't even know what harassment is. You can't look at it like, hey, you're fine today. What you mean I look fine? I didn't look fine yesterday. How about the day before that? You think it won't be fine tomorrow? Then it's enough separation. Coach, the birthdays today. Okay. The Taliban pressed ahead on their advances in southern Afghanistan, capturing most of the homeland provincial capital. After taking herself out to several competitions at the Tokyo Games to focus on her mental health, U.S. gymnast Simone Biles returned to win a bronze medal in the balance beam. So much. You gotta tell it down. My mind ain't right. Yeah, my body's here, but my mind is someplace else. So I need to go find it. Okay, look. We're raising up a bunch of weak people here. Okay. Anyway, today's birthday. I gotta get you. Yeah, wait, let me ask you guys something. You're on the battlefield, right? You got a bunch of soldiers. What if we all wanted a mental health break right in the middle of the battle? Hey, we'll be back. Can we call it quick right now? My mental health. What is this? Okay. Anyway, today's birthday Hall of Fame coach Marv Levy is 97. Tony Bennett, who she passed the other day, turned 96. Actor Martin Sheen is 82, believe it or not. College Football Hall of Famer Lance Allward, believe it or not, is 82. Lifestyle guru Martha Stewart is 81. Singer Beverly Lee, the Shirelles, is 81. Movie director John Landis in 72. Actor Joe Marie Payton in 72. Actor Jay North, you know what, Dennis the Menace? Yes, he's 71. Hockey Hall of Famer Marcel Dion is 71. And Philip Pasnoff is 68. John McGinley is 63. Rock singer and Lee Rocker, the Stray Cats, is 61. I don't know who all these, none of these people are. Actor Lisa Ann Walker is 61. Rock singer James Hetfield from Metallica is 59 years old. Isaiah Washington is 59. Country music Dean Sams of Lone Star is 56. Rock musician Stephen Carpenter of the Deftones is 52. And hip hop artist Spinderella of Salt and Pepper is 51. Salt and Pepper. Hey, I like that. Anyway, so that's some of the things. And now, what are we celebrating today? Well, Clean Your Floor Day. So today, we're going to take a look at your floor and see if it needs cleaning. Cold Syndrome Awareness Day. Don't exactly know what that is. Didn't look it up last night, but I figured you got it, you know it. Cycles to work today. Okay, park your car, get on your bike, and ride to work. Okay, that's something. Let's save some gas. Let's save the atmosphere, like they keep lying to us, so we can save the atmosphere. Okay, save the atmosphere and just let it, you know, let it go. Don't worry. I wonder how big space really is. I don't know. Yeah, I can think so. National Big Forehead Day. Now listen, if you got a big forehead, embrace it today, because that means your brain's is bigger than everybody else's, and you probably know more. Don't worry about it. Now, be proud of your bad forehead. Okay, be all right with that. Okay. National Grab Some Nuts Day. Okay. Okay. I did a conversation with you. I want to do that or not. That's what it's. National IBA Day. Okay, don't know what that is, but please celebrate it if you do. National Michael Day. So if your name is Michael today, which you got a lot of Michaels around here, today is your day. And here's one that could be considered racist. I don't feel that way because I got confidence in myself. Today is National Watermelon Day. Now I understand that some people, the only black folks, eat watermelon. Well, I was in the store yesterday. A lot of white people were buying watermelons too. Watermelons are good. I can tell you how to pick out a good watermelon. Okay. It's got to be yellow under the bottom. If you got a little yellow under the bottom, that means it's good and sweet. I'm just going to say. The National Watermelon Day, don't take it personal. It's just a thing. Okay, so don't be talking about his races and all that stuff. Okay? And it's also Peachy Gucci Day. Don't ask me what Peachy Gucci is. I don't have a clue. But in some countries, they are celebrating that day. Okay? That's the national one. What's the national one? National Grab Some Nuts Day. Okay, I guess that means like peanuts and yeah, pecans and all that other stuff. You know, you want to make a pecan pie. We can do that. All right then, that's enough. Oh, clean your floors and don't forget to ride your bike. Okay. So this year we've had a go to work naked day, go to work without no shoes day. Yeah, go to work and we got no pants on day. You know, walk your pants to work. I'm figuring if you got on pants, you walking them. I don't know if they just want you to take them off and walk with them in your hand. We've had some weird days. Weird days. I'm just saying. Anyway, so much for that. A lot of things going on. You know, it's the first Thursday of the month, right? What is that? That's my Catholic person. So hopefully one of the Catholic guys will be up here. But interesting. We got some interesting days going on right now. Yeah, I can't wait to see what tomorrow's day is. National Grab Some. Okay, I won't say it. All right then. Anything else? Cycle to work? Okay, good. All right then. Now, you know what I've been thinking about doing like this? You know everything about this. I'm thinking about buying me a cowboy hat because the hat that I wear every day, see, a cowboy hat would make me distinct from anybody else. Now I just got to know where to get one local. Okay, so somebody can tell me where to get a cowboy hat local. I'll be okay. A cowboy hat and some cowboy boots. But I'm gonna get the half boots. Yeah, I'm gonna get the half boots. I'm not gonna get the boots that go all the way up to the calves and all that thing. I'm gonna get half boots and I'm gonna buy me I told my son not to do this, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get me a skinny pair of blue jeans. Okay, see if I can fit them. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cowboy hat and some blue jeans and some cowboy boots. I'm gonna change my image. Oh yeah, I am. I'm gonna change my image, and we'll see how that works out starting next week. If I got enough money this weekend to get them. I need the cheap boots though, not the real expensive thing, $500, $600. We don't need those. We need about a $50 pair of boots if anybody can, tell me where to get them.
USF 12 on News Radio 1440.
Yeah.
News Radio 1440, WLWI AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.3 FM.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Mental barriers are up, security's extra tight ahead of an appearance by former President Trump in a federal court in Washington, D.C., 2 days after he was hit with 4 charges of trying to change election results. Correspondent Scott McFarland.
This historic late afternoon court appearance by former President Trump could take just minutes. He'll stand before a magistrate judge at this federal courthouse, which is just down the road from the U.S. Capitol. We expect him to plead not guilty, and we expect to hear any release restrictions ordered by the judge, potentially including restrictions on conversations with potential witnesses and possibly attend a trial date.
Also in court today, the man who gunned down 11 people at a synagogue in Pittsburgh almost 5 years ago. A judge is expected to sentence Robert Bowers to death for the deadliest attack on Jews in U.S. history. Howard Feinberg's mother was among the victims.
I especially want to thank the prosecution team for their steadfast focus on this capital crime as an anti-Semitic act.
The FBI says an Oregon man's been arrested for kidnapping a woman in Seattle and driving her to his home more than 450 miles away, where he allegedly held her captive and sexually assaulted her. KXL's John Eric Smith.
The suspect has lived in 10 different states in the past 7 years, and the FBI says he may have more victims.
Negasi Zuberi, he is currently in federal custody for alleged interstate kidnapping after the Seattle woman escaped his home in Klamath Falls.
Stephanie Sharp with the FBI says the victim in this case escaped Zuberi's home and made her way to law enforcement. Officers discovered a makeshift cell made out of cinder blocks in his Southern Oregon garage.
Strong winds are fanning a massive wildfire in California's National Preserve. Get ready to pay more for your favorite breakfast meat. Channel says bacon prices could heat up soon thanks to wholesale prices for pork belly.
I'm still trying to figure out why so many things go up. They go up because people want money. I mean, why should chicken go up? Chicken ain't complaining because it goes up because feed costs. But why do the feed go up? Because they want more money. Because it's not the farmers that are doing it. No, it's the transportation people. It's the but they're lying to us.
There are shortages in some things
because they make the shortage.
It is commodities like feed and things like that are traded on the floor, and people are
they're greedy. They want more money,
but they want to control it. People that are providing this stuff are not controlling that. So, for example, if you're buying beef at the store and the price that the farmer's been paid for that beef hasn't gone up, they're still getting paid $2, $2 a pound on the hoof, which is really $1 a pound. Okay, for a live animal. But and that's sold at the market.
So somebody wants more money.
Somebody's getting more money. Right. But where does that start? I mean,
greed is the reason why things go up. Because when the guy,
it's more money chasing fewer things.
Right. But well, it's fewer things because they know by giving us fewer choices, they can raise the price for what they have. So here's the problem with the economic theory that people put out: supply and demand. If you have the supply, you can pretty much determine the demand by limiting the supply to the end user.
Why monopoly? Because you're the only one that can supply. If you're not the only one that has the supply, you're not
totally controlled. Right. You're not totally controlled.
Oh well.
But I know a lot of people are in the calf operation and they are struggling. They can't get enough for their calves. And yet the price of steaks are going up because gas prices are going up and labor prices are going up. And
they say over in Alaska, we got enough oil to last us 100 years. But we are buying oil. And what really irks me, at the same time telling us we're
moving away from it.
Yeah, we're gonna say how long that last one. Absolutely.
And people want power, and they seek that manipulation of climate change and energy and all that. Listen to them; they'll say it again.
Like
it's August.
It's hot. It's hot every summer. Come on, man.
190 degrees in Sacramento. I remember several summers in Sacramento, 110 every day.
I don't know.
And they just changed how where they measure it.
Well, in the 70s, you probably were you around in the 70s? Okay, I have a little bit of it. And they told us, it's going to be real cold. Yeah, it's going to be an ice age.
Right. And the way we avoid the new ice age is when we do, we stop, drive.
Yeah.
You do kind of wonder where the breaking is.
Now, I believe that we can affect the way weather deals with us by cutting down trees. If your house is surrounded by trees, guess what? You're going to be cool. But if you cut down all the trees around the house, and the sun's in the same place it's always been,
there are things to mitigate, to increase pressure in the atmosphere, and to essentially have that effect in a lot of places. The problem is the people that are most end up saying learning about climate change are absolutely 100% against the things that actually happen. Like grass-fed beef.
I'm confused by the whole thing. So I looked at this guy. There's nobody who actually knows how big space is. Nobody really knows. And Tyson DeGrassi, I've lost all. To me, he's lost all credibility with me. His inability to see God in the creation that's there. Okay, in your mind that may be true, but how can we mess up an atmosphere that nobody can comprehend? Okay, I'm just wondering. Yeah. Okay, now this may not be the best Catholic music that they got, but you know, because you guys are kind of funny with your Catholic music. I think it's kind of fun. Actually, I like this. Okay,
Yeah,
it's better than that movie that came out years ago in the 1970s, Roller Guy.
wow, such a low standard.
But hey, Catholic music gets your attention on movies. So I'm just saying. All right. Good morning, everybody. It is a Thursday morning. It's the first Thursday of the morning of the month, which is this is August, believe it or not, and it's hot. Just in case you that's what it is outside. It's summertime. Now today we got a special guest in the studio. This is rare. Every once in a while it'll happen, but it's rare. We got Mr. Brian. Brian's here with us. Yeah. I remember.
Oh, this is going
I remember Vicky, but not you. I don't know what that is. I see you know. Yeah, okay.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, okay.
I remember Vicky.
Okay. And that's missing. And so now we want to get some good sparks in this. Every time you get a hug of my wife, whatever the case may be. Although the major may be under good control. It's amazing.
Papa didn't raise him.
But it's amazing that men can hold some of the highest positions in our culture. Big, bad mamma jammas. And their wife walk in the room and they melt like a butterfly. That's a lot of control. Anyway, so now did you go to St. B too? I mean, okay, St. C is playing the organ. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like the Catholic Church. I think it's we go. Now, some of the things I'm questioning myself about, but as a general, well, I think they put good folks. Y'all don't smile when you up there when preaching on something. You know, guy looks like he's still married to somebody. I can tell. Yeah, you gotta put a smile out. You just look all mad, all serious. You know, I bet Jesus smiled every once in a while. Y'all can do that too. So serious about it. Well, I'm sure Jesus did smile. Let's say we. Yeah. I went to the bathroom too. That's not. Oh, yes.
Yes, there is a reference. What you eat passes through you to that's not what comes from outside does not make you unclean. It's what's from inside that makes you unclean.
Right.
How do that?
Well, because the Jewish laws about uncleanness, they followed them because God gave them to them, but they actually thought that eating those things would make them impure.
That's why we had all these restrictions on. So are we?
No.
But we don't live within that right now, right?
No, Christians do not. Christians are there's probably not to be as secure a lot of the dietary laws that came from the Exodus, Mosaic culture, were in essence on eating. So when they were told to eat a lamb for Passover, they were told to eat something that the Egyptians held as a god. You were told to do that, and you were told to refrain from the things you should do. So now there's a practical side to it because we're all for and properly can hypnosis and fix. And maybe that's why Jesus got but there's a symbology that God was trying to message to the Israelites that they knew by the way to the desert. And that symbology was off because they had ritualized what they ate.
There is always one question I've always, when it comes to Christianity, I've always, in Judaism, there's always one question that I guess somebody really ever answered for me, or maybe they don't. Always sure when if Jewish people were God's chosen people, and for whatever reason, and for whatever that statement means, if they don't believe that Jesus was the Messiah, why do we?
Well, I don't know that the two are in reaction to each other. We believe Jesus is God because he fulfills the promise of the Son. He makes a claim that he is the Messiah. And after he dies, he rises again and appears. That's why we believe is shown to us how he fits.
Things are grafted.
Well, we had this conversation. He makes a claim. He makes a claim.
I don't know whether he makes it work.
We've had this conversation.
He is God, or he's a liar. He's one of those. Forgetting that. Well, it is. You can't just say he's a God. He's a good government.
But you guys take that one statement, I am, as him saying, if I have no problem at all with being the Son of God. You have special powers given to you there. No problem. But why is it that we have to extract I am God from a statement that says I am?
The Jews do.
Yeah, but they don't agree with nothing else.
That's why they stoned him. He was claiming to be God.
But they were confused.
Saying the name of God is prohibited. Even in fact, today, in certain, like if you go look at the Jerusalem Post, they won't say God. Okay, they'll spell it G-D. Okay, they won't even spell out
or Yahweh.
Yahweh with no vowels. Okay, they won't say the name of God.
The name of God is so special.
Right. So for Jesus to say, I am, saying Yahweh, okay, that was considered to the Jesus God.
But now they don't have vowels, right? Did the Jews don't have
vowels? I think they do. They don't use them in the name of God. When they write the name of God, they don't use them. Because that way they're not. Okay. And so we think of, I am, we think of that as, the first person verb of being. Okay. but it's really in this context, it's a descriptor of what God told us, which is, I am existent. I am being. I am everything. Yeah. And when you Yahweh or Buddha, whatever you want to do, that's the word that Jesus has said. Another question. Do you think, I got into it last week about giving, and we have a tendency in our churches sometimes to leaven people with giving to the extent that you almost embarrass people if they don't give what you think is a sufficient amount of money. If I go to your church, but I know a family lives down the street, I got to give my money to them to go to your church. Is that the same? Isn't that the same as giving to the church? You know, we don't. So there are a lot of benefits. You need to be registered. They don't try. I work as a we track. The priest doesn't track. Yeah, because there's no other end of that. And, you know, in Protestant churches, you have to get highly members to have a vote on things fantastic. We don't have a vote on it. So that's not us. We don't control that at all.
Okay. 860-1440 is our number here. You want to give us a call? Brian Patterson is with us, along with his lovely wife today. Y'all got two Catholics in the house at one time.
She's my lovely wife.
Okay, yeah, I knew she is. Good morning, who's this? Hey, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Oh, that's solid.
But I thought you said you didn't touch her. Why would you be on? Is this in Montgomery?
Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean,
What was the offense?
right.
Do you belong to a church, sir? I'm just asking. I don't. Do you belong to one? Um, hmm. I'm just trying to figure out is there any of our callers out there know what and our listeners know they can is there a number you want to give us on the air that somebody who could probably help you out with the situation? Not giving your number out. Okay. Well, that's the system we live in today, and I got to tell you, if I can go to jail for not doing anything, but what somebody said that I may have done, yeah, I'd be down to divorce court. That's not the good Catholic answer. I'm Catholic, so I'd be down. I mean, I just because once this thing starts, it never ends, and now you're going to end up with a record, not because you did anything, but because you might have done something, and that's that's crazy. I know that. I mean, I got a lawyer coming on tomorrow. So Mickey McDermott will be here tomorrow. He handles cases and stuff like that. And please, he'll be around 7:30. Just give us a call and see what kind of information he can give. General information he can give you on that situation.
Well, I would say you have pastors that you can contact with a lot. Okay. If they're good preachers, the pastors are Catholic. And I know Catholic preachers they're going to be good, really good ones, and they're going to be maybe not so good ones, but all the ones in this area are really good. Um, they will listen and they'll let you essentially unload, and that sometimes is all you. That's the first thing you need. Being contacted, not the time to just there. This is the time to add more there. And just pray for strength. Unfortunately, I'm not a counselor. Not a lot. For you for that?
You're a guy, you know.
Yeah, I do. You know, applicable but not useful.
Oh, you're fine.
But the main thing is, you at this time, you are your project. You cannot help anyone. You can't help your children. You can't help anyone. Make sure you are, working become a lawyer, counselor, and being right, and and all those kinds of things. Make sure you are, and healthy. You have a lot
If I can advise somebody who can't really advise you on marriage, because I have. So, but I will say one thing: this will pass. It will. You have to be patient. You have to put some faith in somebody or something. It will pass. This will become a memory at some point. You just have to do the trials and tribulations right now. But this is going to happen. Don't give up. Don't quit. Don't do anything stupid, because what happens is that it all comes back. It's a full circle. It all comes back around to you. So just be patient and be prayerful. And if you ever believed in God, now it's time to really put a little bit extra in that belief. Because I think that right now, mentally, we're in a place that I have been before. And I can tell you, it'll all work out in the end because that's it. Because we're not really in trouble. I mean, if you work out this, if you get all messed up in the morning, call the show. We'll talk more. I'm here early in the morning. Mhm. And again, she's in a place where she thinks she needs to be at the moment. You know, sometimes when two people are in a place that two people are not, and I think Vicky and Brian probably had places like that. We all have. Without them. But I think you have to believe in something. No, no. Yeah, but there's just some things in life that's going to happen to us. But I'm telling you, the most important thing you can do is be patient. And I think you've been done. If what you say is true, I think you've been done wrong. But you know what? They not a person on God, even a um, those are the things that you take them for your caretaker. The most important thing because she's. And what I'm saying is this the right is she's not hearing what you she if she gets something from somebody else, she might actually hear it. And, that's what that's the one suggestion I have had because even your mutual friends, she's hearing you hear it from the doctor box. Yeah, I guess that's true. Right? Because my kids, your kids, you tell them all you want to tell them. Don't listen to you. Let somebody else tell them the same thing. Oh, okay, all right. Hold that one. Yeah, and again, I'll have a long one tomorrow. We can German will be here with us for a while. Probably get some general information with him if you need to. Yeah. Yeah. Just be patient. Don't give up. Let's do shall pass. It's hard right now to see that right now. Do with that. Yeah, do with that. We'll be back. And that's easier for us to say too. But I've been there where you are. I've been there. One time I actually took a gun, loaded it, and do myself in, but I thought it might hurt. So I didn't do it. So it happens. But call us. Call us right here. I'll be here 3 hours every morning. You got to call. Come on, call. Right. Thank you. Let's take a break. I bet Brian Pettis is back with us, and Mrs. Pettis too. Hey, what a great call. For two people who probably been through some trials and tribulations and didn't quit. Don't quit. We'll get back. Meaning, it's just the fact of the matter is, the law is is if a woman makes an accusation about domestic violence, and that's all it's got to be is an accusation. That's it. Accusation. Is that is. Yeah. Didn't you have done that? That's it. Good. Lord have mercy if you actually did, so now you really have to creep. Well, you deserve, if you did it, you deserve it. Right, you deserve it, but.
That interfered with the normal, but it doesn't feel like it did. Well, he is talking to around the community. So either think through it, get the thoughts together, come back, or think through it, get the thoughts together, and talk to him and say, what
Kind of like, where for she repeatedly drew him in court to accuse him of some type of domestic violence that he had proof he could not present witnesses to. He would go to the ATM. He was never alone because his friends were like, usually he got her listed as a where you could no longer bring her into the house. But repeatedly, and they would always have to give physical proof of where he was at all times for 7 years.
believe all of it.
Because believe all of it.
That's what I believe all of it.
He didn't get in the fourth court yesterday. Well, and that's the thing is that there's, if she really is that way, marriage is over. Marriage is not going to survive that. But you have to come up with a value eventually to make arrangements with kids. Because what she's going to end up doing is he's going to end up with a lawsuit for child support for kids to keep their job he can never do. And we have kids that were seduced by their teacher when they were 15 years old. The teacher gets pregnant, and often the courts say, "Oh yeah, 15-year-old is responsible for child support." Wait a minute. Well, no.
Guys know what they're doing. I mean,
an adult woman,
middle school.
An adult
years ago, 14-year-old got married.
No, I'm not talking about another 14-year-old does this to him. I'm talking about a 28-year-old teacher. That's called statutory rape. And I've seen one case. Where the woman was actually sentenced at a level of statutory rape for teacher abuse.
Yeah.
That was applicable to what a man would do because of sin. Yeah. Really? 14? We call it concupiscence. Oh.
I don't know. Maybe some 14-year-olds are a little bit more advanced than others. I don't know. 860-1440 is that number here. We want you to get called up. Don't get the next call who is there. Good morning. Thanks for holding. Good morning. Well, that's because I made a lot of. Yeah. Well, I did. But I don't know what.
You need to talk to somebody.
Let me tell you something. Look, we have plenty of evidence to tell you that I got there. she's adamant because and why? I'm thinking right up the home stand and the courts were released because there was a I don't do it trying to get my birthday. She was absolutely listened to. That doesn't mean he did it.
Yeah, that doesn't mean he did it.
Again, all you have to do is look at 90 cameras. You know what's people reach out to other people. Sometimes they try to do it honestly. You know, in the Catholic Church, you have that opportunity in the confessional. You can go to the confessional anonymously. Okay, they just need.
Oh,
that is not hard to do.
That's not hard, especially if you're a woman. You can get all kinds of help.
You have
Okay,
no evidence.
what does it matter to you whether it's a phony story or not?
No. You are making accusations of phony story. I don't have the burden of proof. I responded to what the man was presenting to. Okay. I'm saying I don't know if it's a true story or not. I'm saying that hopefully.
What are you talking about it for?
Look, just because you're charged doesn't mean you're guilty. And you know that, man.
All right. Well, listen, appreciate it. I think. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, Ed.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
But with the addition of needs people to help.
Well, again, I don't know, true, fair, whatever the case may be. But, you know, God made people, so we could.
If this person was calling up a line, this person was and he's called up live to kind of track something. That doesn't mean there's not somebody out there listening to a show that really is in that situation. They need to hear more than what we can tell them. Unfortunately, I'm not a coach. You know, I can't help somebody in that way because I'm not very good at that. Okay. But they needed to hear somebody that was not going to say, "Oh, you know, you're just lying." You know, you couldn't do that.
That's true. 860-1440 is the number if you want to give me a call. But getting back to my original thing we're talking about, giving. Do you believe that you have to actually belong to a church in order for your giving to be useful? In other words, must there be a record in somebody's church to say you gave this and you gave that? Or if I come to your church, will I give it to somebody else?
Well, again, except for track really use that information. I never had we had several priests after August. Never had one of them say, "Oh, how much did so and so did go give this week? How much did you know, you know, okay, I'll feel good. Yeah, that's just that's okay. Yeah, so there's not.
Well, they just threw some money in there on you guys.
Oh, the bishop who goes there.
I mean, I like
That's how it is.
What if you don't like the guy?
Well, then you put up with 8 years. You are. But no, that's that's the way it is, because the bishop has the bishop is a bishop is a descendant of is a spiritual descendant of the apostle. They create churches and they are legal. They actually own them. Right? That's entirely different.
The archdiocese owns the property.
The archdiocese owns the property, and the bishop himself is a legal entity. And they are in control of that. And the priests, when they are ordained, they take a vow of obedience to the bishop. That when the
sounds kind of scary there.
Well, kind of scary.
Well, the military does the same thing.
That's a little different, because But the priest, the bishop is not supposed to ask him to do something illegal. And they're supposed to, yeah, if the priest doesn't want to go to Greenville, and the bishop says you go to Greenville, the priest go to Greenville.
Good morning, on there. Hello. So there's a lot of strict adherence to things in the Catholic Church.
Well, because you just we
sound like that bishop is.
Well, the bishop is given a specific order. There have been thousands of really bad bishops. Okay.
Like that.
Right, but look, the abuse issue that we had to deal with for the last 30 years, was because we had bishops that were cowardly and did not discipline their priests. And there's a lot of different reasons for that. But yeah,
you make a man go without a woman for 50 years, you won't be having some strange behavior. I'm just saying.
That's not necessarily true.
Okay, good morning.
They gotta have grace to do it.
Okay, good morning. Who's this? Hello. Yeah. Well, I got to take my last break already. I mean, that's some pressure to put on a man. I couldn't do it. I could not. You'll never hear the name Priest and Elkins in this thing. No.
I mean, there's a lot of it's still.
I mean, bro.
I also wanted to tell you that of the money that is given to the church, the church 10% of what they collect to a charity.
Right. I never heard that.
Yes. So,
and they are a charity.
The church, they have a food bank, but they also give money to Catholic Social Services, they give money to private practice. So a tenth of what they
are not doing as a safety thing.
You're not talking about
Judge calls me to
I wouldn't do it.
Was it?
Those folks got a demeanor about the Catholic faith.
Yeah, what do you mean about the Catholic?
I know, but good enough. They just. Is there a difference between a Roman Catholic and a Catholic? Okay. They don't like the Roman Catholic.
Well, the Roman Catholic in America, most Catholics, the vast majority of Catholics are white Catholics. So that's where we go.
There's
So like Christian down then.
They're all Catholic.
They're all
ages that do.
Some Eastern Catholics, they're all it has advantages. Just, they still like the Orthodox a lot, which means the bishop.
Our nephew,
The prime of his time. Well,
Look, he's got he's got 3 older sisters. He knows about living with women already.
But the Bible does not prohibit a man from being married.
no, not a man, no.
So how can the Catholics take that upon themselves?
I mean, Peter was married.
Well,
Peter was
married.
married.
But Paul does say, if you can be not married, it's preferable for you to be not married.
Yeah, to me,
Because you
dragging
can
at you.
focus on
Yeah,
spiritual
because
things.
Focus on spiritual.
I understand it.
And that's kind of the discipline. That's kind of the reason for the discipline of celibacy. Is that if a priest is married, then he's concerned about physical family more than he's, in priority to being concerned about the affairs of the church. It
makes sense. It just
right.
seems like a hardship, though.
It's a pull on his time.
Yeah.
It's a pull on his mental, because his family's got to survive.
It makes, from a pragmatic standpoint, I understand why they do it, but the reality is that has got to be because if you've never engaged in a relationship with a female, then I guess it's no measure.
It's a special person. And for that race, we thank them.
Well, but the Baptist church got a lot more weird people than y'all ever had. Okay, we're back. 860-1440. We got about 7 to 8 minutes left of these guys. I guess the point is Brian Pettis, along with my people. And if you guys ever thought about becoming a Catholic? Now, I don't become Catholic. I don't want to work. In the Baptist church, you raise your hands and I'm in it. We don't. We expect you to be honest.
It's not a religion.
We expect you to be honest.
But you shouldn't have to work that hard to say I believe. You shouldn't have to.
Well, but if you want to make a comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to mention that giving and with the church with the family in need, the Catholic Church, at least in the St. Dean, does put a portion of the collection to a church. So that is part of the church gift as well. It doesn't all stay in house. They also do the notion of giving the top 10% or your best rather than keeping it in house.
And so you give a tithe from the tithers also, right?
Yes.
So the St. Dean writes checks. And we help run the food bank.
We have a food bank.
Sounds good. Good morning. Who's this? Hey.
Good morning.
Well, aren't the church the people? Isn't the church the people, though? Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah. What have you got in put in your hand?
I mean, I think Paul makes a good point. And the church is, when people say, I'm not going to give to the church, they end up not giving anybody else either. You know, I mean, they don't, because it's the church. Most of the church finds themselves. There is generosity. Being closer to God. And there's all kinds of data to prove.
Good morning, who's this? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good. Well, I'm not a priest, so I'm not really sure. The main thing is we help everybody. We have ministered to them, to the person, and to help them understand the need of the God of God. So we do it through professional, we do it through counseling, those kinds of things.
One more. Good morning, who's this?
Good morning.
We are
both Catholic.
We were baptized.
Yeah, we were
baptized in
both
Oh, that's true. I'm afraid there's misunderstood. Okay. My point is not that that is wrong, that God knows all, sees all. God knows all. But there are times when we are called to do that. What is it? You know, it says you pray, Lord, help me. Give your son stones instead of seeds. When they ask for bread, give yourself stones. When you ask for bread, you're not doing them good. So that was all. We got to get it quickly with our time's all. Thank you for all the
You know, it's kind of like the preacher, though. We could stay home and wait for God to talk to him, but we don't. We go to church to listen to the pastor. Anyway, we'll be back next hour. Okay. Thank you guys for showing up. You always add a little stuff to that. You know what I'm saying? He slowed me down today. And he's happy because I didn't answer the dumbest question that I always ask. But it helped. All right. Well, what did I ask you after these messages?
You didn't ask the question.
Huh?
I said you didn't ask the questions that always
Well,
it's all good.
It bothers me when people talk. I undermine what somebody said about
that's
that.
Yeah,
they didn't understand. No, not to me. You know, God uses us to help one another. You know, matter of fact, I was telling the guy the other day, he didn't believe me. And Ecclesiastes said, "Money answers all things," and not everything in its context, but if you do have money, 9 times out of 10 on this earth, that's why I should not all this. You can't fix everything. Money won't fix the problem, but you can't fix the problem without money. Hey, Kevin, I appreciate it. What Dean doing today? Just all he told me was he got that. But that's all I had to work with. They call him priests all over. Yeah, we like him, but we didn't really miss him that much. I'll pick you up next time.
Says it would be a rare order.
Since the death penalty was reintroduced under federal law in 1988, only 60 people have been put to death by lethal injection. 13 of them were executed during the last year of President Trump's term. That's what makes this so significant.
Synagogue in the deadliest attack on Jews in U.S. history. Police in South Korea say at least one person has died. 12 others are injured after a driver rammed his car onto a sidewalk in a city near Seoul, then got out and began stabbing people near a subway station. Officials say 9 have been injured, one staff, 4 others have been killed. A suspect was arrested. If you are unfilled, CBS
The FDA and drug makers using pharmaceuticals are urged in patients with and brain blood syndrome to immediately contact their doctor. Now, that's after tests suggested some batches might not have enough of the key ingredient.
When she created users have spoken out on her Instagram during the charges and taking the story, saying that they are too outrageous not to be attributed. Contains 9 charges, including racial, sexual, and religious harassment. They also claim that the singer fact-shamed them for their race. Jen Clark, CBS News. Earlier this morning in Cape Canaveral.
2, 1, and so.
That launched a communication bring up transmission. Please, this is CBS News.
Keenan's Rug Emporium is rolling out a member table menu. He needs 10 sales associates at the prep in March. Indeed can help him hire great people fast. CBS News.
Baby, baby. Okay. There you go. And good morning, and good morning again. I always enjoy my Catholic guy. I don't really understand Catholicism. Well, I understand it somewhat, but it is kind of like hard work to be a Catholic. You know, you're Baptist, you just go to church, raise your hands, say, hey, I'm in, and then you know you don't have to go through all that back dance and. Whew. But then again, they may got something there. 860-1440 is the number who was ever on your mind. The former president of the United States, for indicted again. All they're going to do is make you vote twice for him, like Democrats do all the time. So, yeah, that's okay. How come I just wish he just chill? Just be quiet and let the system do its thing. Because, you know, we are criminalizing free speech in America now. So you can't give an opinion. Now, if you're Donald Trump, you can. Now, everybody else can, but not Donald. They are trying their absolute best to make sure this guy doesn't get anywhere near the White House. But what they may do, first time in the history of mankind, indict a guy and then make him president of the United States again. So, hey, I read it. 860-1440 is the number here. You want to go to I'll talk whatever on your mind this morning. Again, tomorrow, my guest will be Attorney Lawmaker McDermott. That's my every once in a while Friday guest. Because, you know, to help you guys, you know, handle some of your problems. If you don't have any problems, we'll just talk. Two old members of we used to be in the same unit in the Army, Central Ranger Battalion, and you know, we chopped some of the same dirt and did some of the same things. So we good. Yeah. Oh yeah, him and I. So curmudgeon, if you want to know anything about that, you can ask him. Okay, I'm just saying. You always got that. You know, you always got that disbelief. I know because I'm the man. That's what I got. I'm the man. This was a jump, we highly spit shy. You know, when I joined, we didn't have the berets at that particular time. Well, let's see what the second. We had these old special caps, you know, with the little paratrooper thing on the side of the hat. You know, I tell you what we call those things, but I can't. It's a bad word, so we can't do it. We can't do it. Use it here. We got more class than that. 860-1440. Let's go to fun. See who is there before I get into anything in particular. Good morning. Oh, ain't you calling it? Ain't you calling right back now? Ain't you calling right back now? What's the problem? He may not have known about it. I don't know. Yeah, yes, actually, he did bring it up. He actually did bring it up. Yeah, he actually did bring it up. Now be fair, I don't know if he got that much either, but he actually did bring it up. You think I'm a pick? Wait a minute, you think I'm a sticker for the guy? He brought it up. He did bring it up. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, he wasn't a pastor. So. Yeah. Yeah. So now, what are you talking? Wait a minute. Clarify. What are you talking about? Trump, the system ain't. Wait a minute. Have you ever seen a time? Wait. Have you ever seen any time in the history, 247 years of the United States, any former president, guilty of whatever, to be treated this way? Saying what? No, he didn't. What? But that's got nothing to do. That's got nothing to do with him being in office. That's got nothing to do with what he did in office. And again, it's kind of like I'm the same. Wait a minute. I'm the same way about him as I am about the Stephen Reed tape. Okay, if that's the best you can do, is come up with something somebody said when the privacy of the locker room. The best you can do is that. You have, to me, you're lower than a dog and snot. Okay, that was his opinion. He didn't like her. Okay, so what? What he said as a private civilian citizen, what he said as a civilian, what he did as a civilian, got nothing to do with what happened when he was in office. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they're trying to do. They don't want to get back in the White House. Listen. You know the difference between a Republican snob and a Democrat snob? Nothing. What's that about? Matter of fact, okay, so I don't want to tell nobody this. Somebody paid my ticket to go see Trump tomorrow. I just want to let you know that I'm going to see him. Yeah, I'm going to see him. We gonna shake hands and talk about the ladies. Yeah, see you later. I've got. If me and Trump gonna get together tomorrow night, we're gonna talk about the ladies. Okay, if I get enough time. Okay? I appreciate the people who picked up the stand for that. I appreciate the ticket. I do. I really do. I'll be there with my tuxedo on. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. None. And it just came out in 2023. Okay. Who cares what he said? Who cares what he said back then days? Okay. Mm-hmm. He got a right to believe that. Wait a minute, he got a right to believe he didn't lose. They do that every day in our regular courts. They do that every day in our regular courts. Barr's a traitor. Barr's a traitor. Again, yeah. What about it? Well, listen, and I agree with you. Out of all the things he's done, once I understood what happened in that case, he was wrong for keeping those documents after they asked him to get. Absolutely was wrong. Absolutely. Yeah. He's got a right to say, I feel I was cheated. He's got a right to say that. So, okay, because they were valid harvesting. He knew they were valid harvesting. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. Hey, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Yeah. Okay. If they were cheating, they could go to jail. And I think they did cheat him. Well, first of all, we didn't have, we had a guy who had never, first of all, I think there ought to be some allowances made here. He never, ever held public office. No, but he didn't really understand the nuances of public office. I give him that much. Okay. Anyway, what else you got? Listen, I'm not going to change your mind. You're not going to change my mind. So, what else on your mind? Well, we don't know that, though. We don't know that. Yeah. Wait. Hey. You're not going to change my mind. I'm not going to change yours. So what else you got? Hell, I'm questioning them. Yeah. And listen. Have you read? Wait a minute. Have you read the book that came out in 1990 about Barack Obama? In that book, it said he was born someplace else. I'm just telling you. That's what the book said. Well, of course, not the book he wrote, but the other book he wrote. Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen. Okay, I got to run right now. We ain't gonna never agree. Hey, listen. She wasn't in porn. She took a naked picture. That was art. I gotta go. See, I gotta go. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Hey, y'all even change my mind about Trump. I'm still gonna vote for him. I'm still gonna vote for him, brother. Yeah. Anyway, what's on your mind, Reverend Sagan? Yeah. Yeah. Mr. I know with the right, Jim right, yes, yes. I think he said he was 70 something, 74 something like that. Okay. Well, he keeps getting elected. Well, now that's not a city council. Yeah, that's not the law for the city council. I think it applies to the judiciary. Okay. Yeah, I don't believe for city councils. I don't think that's true. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think there's a prohibition about age in the city council race. I don't think that's a prohibition. Only for certain jobs. O- Only for certain jobs, not all jobs. No, okay. Listen. I can't argue. I don't think that does. But let me find out. Let me call Linda Blake. Let me call Brenda Blaylock. Brenda Blaylock. She knows everything about that office down there. Yeah, I'll care until I get to that. Yeah. Okay. Because the people like what he's doing. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I can't answer. I'm gonna see if I can get Brenda Blaylock to answer that question for us. Because I don't think right, but I don't believe there's a prohibition. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna let them free, baby. Okay. Okay. I got you. I got you. I got you. I'll see if I can reach her during the break and see what she says. Good morning. You're on the air. Good morning. Say it. Well, why not? If his constituency likes what he's doing and he's mentally capable of doing the job, why does he need to go home? Well, okay, again, these people. Isn't that his job to look out for his folks? But he can't work. Well, yeah, theoretically, but he represents District 9. I mean, he represents that district. Hell, wait a minute. That's the only people. That's the only people they do look out for. It's new always good. Well, now, LT, let me ask you a question. Is new always good? Absolutely not. He may be stronger and faster. Yeah. Right. Well, listen, I'm gonna take a break, and I've got to call Brenda and see if there's. I don't believe there's an age stipulation in the city council rate. I don't believe there is. I don't think there is. I don't think the 70-year-old thing is appropriate. It's applicable to being on the city council. But I'm gonna find out. I'll have the answer when I come back. I'll leave Charlie. Yeah. All right, then. Okay. Appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, not mad at America because getting voted in. I mean, come on. Listen, he evidently his people think he's doing the job they want him to do. Okay? If you want to change it, move to District 9. What do you do? Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. Hey, is Brenda in? Thank you. I get stuff mixed up habit.
I don't have you on the air, so you're on my cell phone. Is there an age? Uh, 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 is there a certain age you can't run for city office? Okay, so you can be too young, but you can't be too old. Me too. Me too. Okay, I just thought I'd call because they argued with me on the air yeah, no. I said no. Let me see it. Okay, I got it from the official. That's all I need to know. Okay, all right. And sometimes you can get out, you can get away with not actually living in the district. We're doing that. Yeah. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay. All right. What if you pay utilities at both places? Yeah. And you can take that way up. Yeah. Okay. I knew I was right. I'm always right most of the time. There's nothing like good cold water. Okay, good morning. Hope everybody's fine this morning. All right, I just got off the phone. Brenda Blaylock, who is the city clerk, who knows all the answers to all questions. City. Uh, the only qualification to be on the Montgomery City Council is that you be a registered voter. There's no age stipulation. There's no age prohibition. You can be however if you can vote, you can run for office. Okay, but that's this all that other stuff that we talking about. I knew I was right. I'm right 98% of the time anyway. So let's go back to phone and see who is there. Good morning. Thanks for holding. Yes. All right. Appreciate your call. It is 8:34 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning, Miss Daisy. Mhm. Yeah, I will. Okay, we'll do. 860-1440 is the number at the. I gotta go by the leader, though. It's still leading me on. I think whatever it is, OC June, whatever it is, still lead high school. We're gonna get into that school today and see about the RT program. Your Z wants to see what that's all about. So I'm going to check that out later on. See, get a minute. You know what? I think it's great if your child grew up and outrank you. Right on. Have to go and salute them one of these days. They're born. Of course, I won't salute them unless you got to set a jump in. Let me see what else is going on. Oh, okay. So everybody get it clear. There's no age prohibition for the city council race. All you have to do is be a registered voter. Now that you got to be. You can't run for city council if you never voted before. Well, no, if you're not registered, I don't guess you have to vote. You just got to register. Okay. So now, Reverend Sankey, okay, you can't be too old. Okay. Now to be a judge, I know there's an age prohibition for there, and we do want a judge that's in their right mind. I mean, we don't need a judge up there. And some of the judges at 70 years old probably think better than I did. But we do want to make sure that we are reading the wrong signage there. Okay. Also, the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office seeking public assistance locating a fugitive named Charles Woodall. He is described as a black male, 5'6", weighing 165 pounds, kind of look like me. Hey, don't y'all pick me up out there, okay? According to the Sheriff's Office, Woodall is wanted for multiple felony fraud and theft cases. Court documents indicate he forged a check at a Montgomery area financial institution and received stolen property over $2,500. Okay? The law that's targeting panhandling, loitering on Alabama roads is now in effect. Panhandlers who refuse to obey law enforcement can now face more serious consequences as the House Bill 24 went into effect yesterday, on Tuesday. The bill is just where police officer gives them the option to leave or can take them somewhere to give them some help. If they do not want to do either, then it's overnight stay in jail. And they still win. Because now they're going to get a free meal to someplace to sleep, even if it's raining. So see, this is good for the panhandle. Okay? Just say I ain't going, you get a place to stay. Okay? Now, if it was up to me, I would take you outside the city of Montgomery, drop you off in Prattville. See, Prattville be dropping them off down here. So we need to take them to Prattville. Maybe Haynesville. Haynesville can use a few more people down there. Anyway, so the new law prohibits loitering or panhandling on state highways and roadways. Okay? They only doing on 65 is federal highway. Okay, right? But we going so fast, we won't be there. So you cannot stand that. The new law prohibits loitering or panhandling on state highways and roads. You see, every time I go out there, it always made into law. Okay. You know the pool that I have downtown the White House. Okay. Those who violate the law can be found guilty of a Class C misdemeanor. Further arrest could mean fines and jail time. We got so many people in Montgomery around all interstate exits and around bypasses on Taylor Road and have gotten run over. Okay, the law applies to state highway, which Montgomery could mean places like the Boulevard, Atlanta Highway, Vaughn Road, and Taylor Road. The goal is to make sure we get these people that truly want help off the street and off our corners and get them help that they really, really need. That Montgomery City County Commission Chairman Doug Singerman. So we're good. Singerman also added that there are resources available for people in need. He pointed out to the some crisis center, there's a Care Star Crisis Center, Mercy House, and Friendship Mission. So so now I'm just saying, okay, stop making me feel guilty. All right, when I go down a lot, I can't even talk to. Now every once in a while, I ain't gonna lie to you. Every once in a while, the good Lord will touch me on the shoulder and say, "Hey, kid," and I will. You know, sometimes we do fall down on our luck. But there's one guy. I saw one week he said, "My mama out on the freeway." And she on the freeway, yeah, I need some gas to get home. Well, 3 weeks later, that same guy was talking about his mom was out there on the freeway. Now I knew I told him we can put him in jail for mama abuse because you got your mama out there in the car for 3 weeks. Come on, man. Anyway, so those are the kind of guy I ain't giving up to. Okay, a $12,500 reward is being offered for information on Montgomery roadway shooting. That's right. The victim is still hospital after going there in critical condition. Police said he was shot while a vehicle in the 5200 block of Bond Road, 2 blocks east of Boulevard, the shooter drove off before police arrived. So, we please not be shooting at the freeway. I'm just saying, it's tough all over. It is tough. Over this past weekend, we had 10 people shot. What can we do about it? What can we do about it? What can we do about it? And I got to tell you, I believe that maybe the mayor should come out publicly. And listen, we know that the mayor is not for shooting. The Metro, somebody been shot on his neighborhood. So he's not for shooting. He's not for crime. Nobody's for crime. Nobody's for criminality. And talking about it really don't do a whole hell of a lot about it. But I do think the mayor needs to have a press conference with forget the guy from Birmingham, forget the guy from Selma, forget the person. We need to have a press conference with the police chief, the sheriff, the ADA, the FBI, the DA, everybody else at one time say, listen, it's time to get tough. It's time to get tough. I mean, put a boot in somebody's butt. Well, beat them with a phone book, whatever. I don't care. Put them in jail. Don't let anybody know where they are. Who cares? I don't. Tired of it. Okay? Pick them up, beat them on the way to jail. Those ain't me. Yeah. As long as y'all don't make the mistake and think I shot somebody, beat me all the way to the police officer. Yeah. And some people just deserve a butt whooping. Oh, time to take my life. But there's one thing. That the mayor's competition have not said about crime. Neither one of them have said this one particular thing about the abundance of crime in Montgomery and why it is difficult sometimes to have anything to put something in place to stop people from doing crime. There's only one way, and only one thing you can do to stop some crime. But I don't believe that you want to go there. No mayor wants to go there. No police department wants to go there, although sometimes I wish we would. But so there's nothing you can actually do to stop that. Unless you want to get that movie, it's on TV, talking about the Tomorrow's War or something like that, where they would look into the future and see who the crooks are going to be and arrest them right now. I'm glad that was a movie. Even though we can tell by the third grade, if you can't read and write, that there's a good chance that you won't you will not be a valued citizen in any community. But do we start putting third graders in jail and can't read? Let me concentrate on that. We'll get with that.
should have had a triple header.
Okay, there are a couple of forums that will be going on during this mayoral race. August the 1st, which is over, that was the other day, that was done. I didn't know anything about this until just now. August the 3rd, which is tonight, there is going to be a city council forum between District 7 and 9, 6 o'clock tonight at Ivy Center at 5907 Carmichael Road. And these are brought to you by it's brought to you by the Montgomery, Alabama Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated and Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Beta Nu Omega Chapter are the hosts. So the 2023 Municipal Election Candidates Forum, again, there's one tonight. City Council will be at the 5907 Carmichael Place between City Council District 7 and 9. It's going to be there, 5907 Carmichael Place. I don't know exactly where that is, but I'm pretty sure you can find all those people, okay? Also, there's a mayoral candidate on the 7th at 6 o'clock p.m. at Hutchinson Missionary Baptist Church, 860 Grove Street, 860 Grove Street. Okay, that's the 7th, that's Monday, as a matter of fact. That's going to be Monday. So that's going to be, and then there's another one on the 10th, which will be August the 10th from 6:30 to 8. Montgomery Municipal Elections Candidate Forum, and it's going to be at Alabama Department of Archives and History, 624 Washington Avenue. The moderator will be Mark Bullock of WSFA. It also can be seen on WSFA.com and WSFA News app. Okay, for questions about the forum, you can call Richard Bailey, who's the who's the co-chair of One Montgomery, and that number is 224-2346. 224-2346. And also the League of Women Voters, Carol Mosley, who's the president, they're involved in this, 294-4811.
You got any questions for her? All right. So it's brought to you by Montgomery, Faith in Action, the League of Women Voters, and Metro Montgomery County. So be there, be square. That's on the 10th, which is next. Let me see here. Next Thursday, as a matter of fact. But one tonight. Yeah, tonight there's one. Again, 5907 Carmichael Place. 5907 Carmichael Place. It is between District 7 and 9. Don't forget, August the 14th, also, City Council District 446, 6 o'clock p.m., Hutchinson Missionary Baptist Church, 860 Grove. 860 Grove is also going to be one on the 7th at Hutchinson Missionary Baptist Church, which will be the mayoral candidate. That's going to be the 7th, which is, again, which is this coming Monday. I guess I got to show up for some of these. Okay, August the 3rd, August home. So the 14th, City Council District 46, mayoral, and that's going to be at Hutchinson Missionary Baptist Church. Also, again, August the 7th, which is this coming Monday, Hutchinson Missionary Baptist Church. There's going to be I hope they're going to FaceTime, not what call it, Facebook, whatever they're going to do. I hope they're going to stream it live, and maybe somebody will call me and let me know if they're going to do it. So if you can't make it, at least you can watch it from the comfort of your home and don't have to be out there in that hot sun. All right. So anyway, but again, another one. I got this last week. 30 to 8. Mayor Montgomery Municipal Elections Candidates Forum. And evidently, everybody's going to be there from 6:30 to 8. So I don't imagine going to get a whole lot of stuff. But hopefully, they'll do the same also, and they will broadcast this on Facebook or something like that, so we can take a peek in there. The moderator is going to be Mark Book from WSFA, from WSFA. So it'll be interesting there too. I just want to thank we want to thank Hutchinson Missionary Baptist Church. Let's give each other. Anyway, so that's going to be District 46, District 46 at 6 p.m. on the 14th. And also, it's going to be Hutchinson Missionary Baptist Church and mayoral candidate at 6 p.m. Monday. And on the 10th, there will be another all candidates forum at Montgomery Municipal, brought to you by Montgomery Municipal Elections, and they're brought to you by the League of Women Voters in Montgomery County and Faith in Action. So that will be on the 10th. So that will be next Thursday at the Alabama Department of Archives and History. All right. So y'all are cutting these things kind of close, though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I didn't call one, so I didn't beat it by myself. But I'm glad they're doing it, and I'll remind you again sometime next week. We'll probably do more about this. I'll have it. But please let me know if you're listening. Let me know if they're going to broadcast these things on Facebook or YouTube or something like that, so I can hopefully we'll get a link and put up there for you guys to do that. Anything else? It's 8:55 in the morning. Let's see. 10 people shot over the weekend. It's getting so commonplace now that I'm not listening. That is it. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about while I'm here? Well, I don't have too much time left here. I mean, I hope I got some time left here. Yeah, on the air. Okay. 860-14-4. Let's see. Our biggest issue is drug supply, is the shortage of. Oh, wait, hold. I got here. I see my main man, Mr. Barrett. What his name is? What is his name? Barrett Gilbert. Okay. Hold on, Barrett. Let me because I know you're advertising on this, so let me hear what you got to say. See whether or not you're full of it or not. Maybe not, but we just want to see. Let me see. What he gets it. What's he saying? Don't you know I would if I could? All right, let's go.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. That's true. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's we call that a platitude, but I'm good. I'm good. I got to get him up. We got to talk. Oh, and somebody just sitting there. Let me know. I go to this church, but they didn't tell me that there's going to be a film there tonight at 6:30. District 5. Who's going to be District 5? Who's District 5? Oh, who's in District 5? They must be doing pretty good, but I think maybe. Anyway, so much for that. But so Morning View back to which is up the street. What's the street? Calvin, is it Calvin Road? I think it's over there. Anyway, right around the highway, goes right past. If you coming down Atlanta Highway and you see uh, Bama Bama Lanes, yeah, look at left right there. Anyway, so we'll be back. Hopefully, we're going to touch the same on tomorrow. Okay. So tonight at 6:30. I didn't know that. At Morning View Baptist Church. All right. This is who's on? What the hell is this? I don't know. Anyway, I'll find out. There must be one. Oh, District 2. Oh, somebody put District 5. Okay. Was District 2. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Anyway, tonight, 6:30. If you want to hear about this from me, be at Morning View Baptist Church. We'll be back. Come on. Okay. Bye. Another shooting.
degrees. A ticket in the war in Ukraine. Correspondent Brady Intercession is there.
Day 586, and you begin the march for which he goes. Air defense forces they destroyed nearly 15 of them in an overnight attack, stretching across 3 hours. The continue around the coast and on helicopter attacks from the suburb of Keaton Valley. 15 people have been fighting with no weather and bad weather. Police in Ohio after a teenager with an apparent need for speed.
Woo!
He was speaking to the 16-year-old on a boy's cell phone after he they were one of the fastest smokers in the country. The boy was issued a citation. It could be arrested. It was out of time. Down 77 points. This is CBS News.
If you need to hire, you need your FBI hiring system helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Term life industry. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man, age 45, non-smoker, $1 million of coverage, $75 per month level rate for 10 years. Or a man, age 50, non-smoker, can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of $110. Level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well at Termbusters. We specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call today for a quote at 1-800-886-9755. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-886-9755. Remember, 1-800-886-9755. Stable rate quote based on preferred non-smoker underwriting. Exam required to qualify. That number for Term Busters is 1-800-886-9755. 1-800-886-9755.
A new challenge for a major league pitcher who made history earlier this season.
In late June, New York Yankees right-hander Domingo Germán was on top of the world.
Domingo Germán has thrown the 24th perfect game in baseball history.
Now there's word from the team that Germán has voluntarily entered inpatient treatment for alcohol abuse. He's been placed on the restricted list 2 days before his 31st birthday. The pitcher served a 10-game suspension in May for using an illegal sticky substance. Earlier in his career, he was banned 81 games for an alleged domestic violence incident. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Get ready to pay more for bacon. Prices could heat up thanks to wholesale pork belly prices. The Wall Street Journal says they nearly tripled since the start of June to their highest level since last August, part of the problem new California law requiring pigs to be given a lot of pen space. Deborah Rodriguez.
Okay.